I want to share something I'm pretty excited about. It's a strategy I discovered that's been a total game changer for getting qualified leads that align with my offer. And I don't even think leads really does it justice. I mean, this helps me attract and engage ideal prospects and really understand exactly what they need, naturally transitioning them into clients. So what you're looking at here is a diagnostic quiz funnel where someone lands on your website, you ask them a series of questions to better understand who they are, so that you know more about that person than just their email address and name. You know enough information that allows you to customize the copy, the content, the messaging that you put in front of people, maybe recommending a different next step based on where they're at. So it's really a conversational approach. It's akin to the same kind of one-on-one conversation that you might have with someone in person if they were to ask for your help. But instead of that conversation taking place in person one at a time, your website has that conversation 100 or 1,000 people at a time every single day on autopilot. And here's the really cool part. People are innately, naturally curious about their own behavior, so they get pulled into the experience. It's the opposite of, traditional marketing where you use push selling to persuade someone to take an action. This actually pulls them in on their own terms. In a way, they self-select and choose what's right for them, so no pushy tactics are needed, which is just awesome. So instead of pushing your message out, this strategy pulls people in by meeting them where they're at. So in this example right here, I position myself as a category of one. And I'm really into personal development. I've been sober now for almost 16 years now. So I know the health and wellness, spirituality space really well. And I know the people coming into the quiz have existing beliefs about their problems. But I ask questions and prescribe results in a way that reframes what they think is the problem as just a symptom. And it causes a paradigm shift where they see me as a true authority, the only one who really gets it. And that's why I phrase questions like, what's the number one reason causing your alcohol relapse? Or, what's the number one reason stopping you from letting go and moving on? Or in this case, what's the number one obstacle stopping you from getting more qualified leads and sales? I think you get the idea. It's incredible because you can create a category of one by defining their problem better than they can themselves. So in other words, you articulate their problem better than they can so you can reframe what they think is the issue, which is just a symptom, and address the real root problem. This effectively establishes your authority. So it's like they see you as a doctor, able to get to the source of their challenges. And that's why I refer to this as the diagnostic quiz funnel. It positions you as the specialist who can pinpoint core issues through targeted questions. So you can see from these examples how compelling this is just by virtue of asking the right question. And that's why it drives such great traffic and results. Ultimately, the power of self-discovery. I mean, the engagement that you get with this approach is really just incomparable to anything else because people genuinely want to learn about themselves. They pay attention to what you're saying in a deeper way. In a sense, they don't even feel like they're being marketed to. It's more like a self-guided journey of understanding. And each question they answer is a micro commitment. So they naturally want to finish what they started. The whole thing pulls them in deeper at each step. It's psychology. I mean, people are naturally curious about their own results, problems, challenges, goals, all that stuff. So I thought it would be helpful to show you behind the scenes of the results of one of these quizzes. This is the Let Go and Move On quiz that I was running and testing this campaign. 319 opt-ins, 60% opt-in rate on cold traffic, unheard of with any kind of free lead magnet or giveaway. You just won't get those kind of results. Here are the questions. We are aiming for a 90% or above in terms of completion. You can see we're on par there. And here are the categories or buckets that we assign people to. And then right here, you can see our results in terms of ad costs. So we started this campaign in July. It's August now. And you can see right here, these two campaigns, one of them has 100 leads, 69 and 72 cents per lead. Extremely inexpensive leads for the viability and the qualified nature of these leads. Ultimately translating into 3 to 5 booked appointments per day in some cases. Some days we'd get one. I typically don't like to go out more than 3 to 5 days on my calendar, so things would fill up pretty quickly. We also send people to a Facebook group, so this strategy is really effective for that. 20 people, sometimes 30 people a day from this specific funnel getting in to that group on the same ad spend. So you can build an audience very quickly. Now look at the difference in cost in terms of lead from the Let Go campaign quiz to my webinar. So these questions use persuasion instead of persuasion. They let the prospect draw their own conclusions rather than convincing them. Strategic questions plant seeds that resonate on an unconscious level. So this naturally positioned me as the authority without needing to push. It pulls them in conversationally, kind of like dating. If you push too much, people get repelled. Instead, they are pulled in on their own terms. Then we segment people into specific categories based on their quiz results so we can further customize messaging. It's powerful. I mean, the data and results that you can get with these quizzes when done right. And then you can create offers that really align with your prospects. And I'm sure you're probably aware that your message shouldn't come from your mind. It should come from your market. In this way, you can get a lot of great data to be able to create offers that really align with what your market desires. I mean, ultimately, this strategy really drives qualified, aligned leads. And the byproduct is it creates a great transition to becoming a customer. So that's a quick overview of what we could chat about if you're interested in exploring this. But I wanted to give you a sense of my own experience. I've been optimizing these quizzes for years now, so there's lots of nuance and strategy behind the scenes to really get this right. I always say it's really the music between the notes, especially when it comes to topics like health and wellness. It's challenging to truly articulate people's challenges in a way that connects on a deep level. But when you get this right, it's so powerful. So let me know if you want to hop on a call. I'm happy to walk you through the strategy in more detail.